Kia ora everyone, hope you're getting along well with our CRISiSLab challenge. I'm Alicia. So I heard from some students and other teachers, and some of you might have problems connecting the sensor with the Ethernet at school, probably due to the firewall issues and stuff like that. So we're here to help. Later on, our CRISiSLab lead, Dr. Prasanna, will show how to connect the sensor to other stuff like laptop or through router. Here we go.
So as mentioned, so this is the first way to connect it, as this is the first alternative way to connect the sensor. So if you have any trouble connecting to your school Wi-Fi network, so as an alternative we can try this one. So this method is basically what you try to do. You try to connect your sensor directly to your laptop. You can see we have connected the sensor through Ethernet cable directly to your laptop, right? So then let's see how we can make sure that we have got the connection. First, you'll have to access your command prompt. So you go here in your Windows where you try to search programs and stuff like that. So you type CMD. Most of you, if you are familiar with working with the command prompt, you know that. So this particular program appears. Click on that and it will take you to this text-based screen. So first you need to find out what is the IP address. Ping space rs.local. Ping space rs.local. So this is basically try to communicate. So now computer is trying to communicate with the sensor. So you could see it tells us what is the IP address of the sensor here. So it indicates we have been sending packets, data packets from the computer to the sensor, and it verifies that here, and with that it always gives you the IP address of the sensor here. So IP address of the sensor, you can read, it is 169.254.243.171, right? So you need to use that through your browser to check whether you can connect to the sensor. See, here you have the IP address. So you can type it here and then press enter. Voila, so you are already got the connection. So here you are not connecting it to your school network or your private home network. You are directly connecting your sensor to your laptop. So you can see now you have got the data connection. So then you can do whatever programming and you can try to get the data. But other important thing, if you still have questions about how you can initiate sending the data from sensor to other devices to your laptop, so this is where you'll have to do it. So when you go to this interface, you'll see there's a tab called Datacast. So how you do that, again I'll show it to you. So when you are in this screen, and then there are a few tabs, click on the Datacast, and here you'll have to put the IP address of your computer and the target port, that is the port you are going to send the data to, right? So for you to send the data, you should know IP address of your computer as well. So earlier we found out what is the IP address of the sensor, but now you should know what is the IP address of your computer. So how can you do it? So you again go to the command prompt, you type this command ipconfig, that's it, right, and enter. So it will give you the correct IP address. So now we are connected through Ethernet adapter, Ethernet 6, through that. So here you can see the IP address of your computer, that here 169 192.168.87.209 and then give any suitable port number. So these are the ports we are kind of currently using for some of our other work, but you can add your own port, say 10234, and just add. So what it does is now sensor is going to send the data to that particular IP, that is your computer, and through a particular port. Take a spare router. So I'm just, this is a D-Link router I'm using. So what I'm doing is that I'm connecting a local Wi-Fi area network using this D-Link Wi-Fi router. You'll have to make sure you connect to that Wi-Fi network, right? So now I'm already connected, but it says no internet. That's fine, right? So this is a Wi-Fi network, but it doesn't have any internet. That's perfectly all right. So for that router, you have connected sensor, right? So how to get the IP address? Go to the command prompt, then you ping rs.local. So you get your, here you get your IP address. So using that IP address, so here you can see I already typed the same address here, so you can connect to the sensor. So it's very simple, but only thing is that you don't have internet here, but that's fine because you only want to talk to the sensor. Okay, so one other important thing you need to remember is that when you connect your sensor directly to your computer, you need to change the operating mode of the sensor. So usually we use online mode. So you can see it here, right? So usually now here you see offline mode is off. That means we have been using it in the online mode, but now since we are without internet, you'll have to change it to the offline mode. So how you do it? So it's pretty straightforward. This is in the Raspberry Shake instructions. You can check it, but I'll explain it here. So you go to actions, and there are 3 buttons or 3 tabs. Then you click on actions. You'll get few options. One is turn off line mode on it. Then it wants you to confirm it. Okay. And another thing, it asks what is the password, right? So it's going to restart. So you'll have to give it a minute or 2, and you'll see at the end it will change the status to offline mode, and then you are all ready to get the data from your sensor directly to your computer. But you'll have to make sure, if you are again connecting it to kind of a Wi-Fi network, then you'll have to go again into the portal and change it to online mode. That's what you have to do. That's really important.